because his wife was trying to get him to stop beating up the man she was effing minutes ago. The man got up and ran down the street. No clothes. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's feeling good. Hope everybody's doing well. We are back with another story post. Guys, I'll put this up on the screen if you want to check it out. But you guys read the title? Let's just get into it. So, Reddit cheating stories. My friend caught his wife cheating. I felt like posting this because it needed to be out there. My friend, 24-year-old male, caught his wife, 22-year-old female, of a year and a half cheating on him. The way he told me is, they were fighting a week prior, and because they lived with her mother at the time, the wife and the mother were getting ready to leave for their assumed to be D appointments. The friend made it known that he didn't trust the wife and the mother. The mother got mad, but they left, only for the mother to text him a long, angry rant about how he had no respect and he failed to take care of her daughter. He tried getting his wife to move out multiple times, but she refused to leave her mom's home because no rent and her mom paid for everything. She was asking him to move out, so he did. Packed up his things and left. His wife told him to move back in a week later, as soon as the mother cooled down. The friend did move back a week later. However, he walked into the home with his brother-in-law after visiting his father-in-law for a bit. My friend said he knew something was wrong as soon as he went to go open their bedroom door. It was locked. My friend said she never locked the door, but after a few minutes she opens the door and slips out, making it obvious she was hiding something. His wife tells him, "Let's go out for a smoke." He says, "All right, but wait." And quickly, he walks past her and opens the door. He takes a quick survey of their room and he noticed that his blanket was covering his clothes, and it was odd. He goes to grab the blanket and there it was, his wife's side piece, laying there nude on his clothes. My friend said he blacked out because he was effing furious. The brother-in-law came into the room because his sister was screaming like a banshee. Brother-in-law saw my friend's shirt ripped open because his wife was trying to get him to stop beating up the man she was effing minutes ago. My friend came to and said he remembers picking up that guy like he was a bowling ball and throwing him out on the front lawn. The man got up and ran down the street. No clothes. Wife goes after him and checks on him. Her excuse for following him was she had to make sure everyone was safe. Friend picked up his things and moved out. After that, it all made sense. Her meth addiction, her habitual cheating, her narcissistic personality all came full circle. A whole year after that, she still bothered him with messages of hating him, about her men she was with after, bragged to him about what she would do for meth, how he abandoned her. He was still legally hers. She would even call him a bum because when she would ask for money and he told her he had nothing. He has since moved on and remarried. But rumor has it she got pregnant and she told people she didn't know who the dad was. Safe to say, my friend dodged a major bullet. My friend's advice is know your worth and don't let anyone take advantage of your kindness. Wow, let me give my thoughts. Well, that's a good ending there. Definitely know your worth. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. Absolutely. Man, did he know about this lady's addiction prior to him getting serious with her? Like, meth? I mean, we did some stories on here, like quite a few, where some guys were, dealing with, meth addicts. I'm like, how? But I don't know. Man, oh man, maybe she got on it afterwards. Who knows? Nonetheless, I'm glad you got out of that situation, having to live with her and her mother getting on your nerves. They're sneaking off, going places. And you refer to they were leaving in the beginning of the story, they were leaving to go to a D appointment. So like, did he know that he had suspicions? It's just, I'm glad he's out of that relationship too. I'm glad he's good, and he learned from it. That no, ill. Who knows if she's sleeping with people for drugs and sleeping with you? Ugh, that's disgusting. Let's check out the comments and see if anything's in here. Someone said, why do I get all sorts of Jerry Springer vibes from reading this story? Absolutely. Probably the meth thing and the AP running naked down the road. Crazy stuff. He knew his wife was a meth addict and he stayed with her. What he expected her to be, the first drug addict to do it on a budget? Of course she was going to work the corner for the money. Why the heck didn't he block her? I'm just going to say it. Florida? Anything is possible in Florida. I always hear about that. Like, Florida is like really wild. Like, a lot of wild stuff happens down there. Man, people put up with the dumbest crap. They think they're in love. F that B. You're better off. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Yeah, definitely Jerry Springer vibes all over it. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, guys. I'll catch you guys at the next one. Come to find out, this woman was engaged to me, but was still married to her meth dealing locked up husband. Oh man. Oh, how this is gonna end up real bad. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's feeling good. Hope everybody's doing well. We are back with another sub email. Again, if you guys want to send in a story, you want to give advice, or you want to receive advice, send it to truestorynation@gmail.com. Here, I'll put it on the screen. That's truestorynation@gmail.com. Now, this brother has a podcast that he just started. His podcast is on Spotify, and it is No Face, No Case 13. And that's on Spotify, and I'll put it here on the screen. No Face, No Case 13 at Spotify. So I'll definitely be checking out the podcast too. I know he recently started it, so I'll be looking for that. But go over and check him out. I'm pretty sure once you hear this story, I'm pretty sure there's more to this story. I'm pretty sure this brother has a ton of stories. So go ahead and check him out. But let's go ahead and get started. So the subject is good deed almost got me killed. He starts off with, saved a woman and even took a gun away from her because she was on meth and wanted to kill herself. Oh man. Didn't know what meth was and its effect. Moved her into my house in another state. I did everything. Fast forward a year, I finally buy a great place for us. Take out a bank loan and got the whole place furnished. Come to find out, this woman was engaged to me, but was still married to her meth dealing locked up husband. Oh man. Oh, this is gonna end up real bad. She was on drugs. That's enough, but let's keep going. After 2 weeks of moving into the new place, we have a fight. I finally see her true colors. I say it's over. Dang, you done bought the house. 2 weeks later, guess what? She's back with her husband. New look, new everything, and she's pregnant. Oh. And yeah, they'll always go back. You guys remember the story I did about that. But anyway, keep in mind, she didn't have her first 2 kids, which I found out later, and now they have 3 together, and he is cheating on her, and she is living with family. And guess what? The kid is with her family. Whoa, dang. I'm sorry, after every sentence I gotta stop. So when you got with her and you helped her from killing herself and she moved into your place, you had no idea she had kids. Her kids were taken away from her. Oh my god, this lady has a lot of baggage, a lot going on. You should have stayed away from this one. Let's see. So the kid is with her family. All her friends told me I was evil, even though they never met me. I dodged a bullet, and now she is still jobless and broke, looking for a new captain save a hoe. Here's a second part to this. So I went down to find out what happened. Why she did this after I did all this work. Her family even congratulated us on our engagement, knowing she was still married. I knock at the mother's house. They come out with a shotgun and say, N word, get off my property or I'll kill you. Oh no. I walked away slowly and figured out that was what saved my life. I've never spoke to her again. And since then, I've tripled my worth and made a great life of myself. These women are all... Dude. Wow. I have to say, I'm going to be honest. She had so many red flags in the very beginning anyway, but it looks like you learned from this situation. What made you stop pursuing her, it looks like, is when someone pulled the shotgun on you and they called you the N-word and you were like, okay, I need to leave this one alone. Yeah, me personally, I can understand, okay, being a good citizen, being a good person, you stop someone from killing themselves. That's great. That's a great thing. But I'm not taking you in and buying a house and all that. But it looks like in the end, you're doing good. You tripled your worth, you said. You made a great life of yourself. So kudos to you. Thanks for sending in your story. That's a wild one. Man, I feel like, honestly, because looking at it, it's like, man, this was really a short email, and he sent two. But I guarantee you, if he probably told us everything that happened during that relationship, living with that woman in just a 2-week span, he could probably send email after email after email just describing her. Meth? Her husband is the dealer? Oh man. Yeah, you made it out, and I'm glad you made it out. Next time you see red flags like that, run. Run. Don't walk, run. Now that you got yourself together, I'm sure you're not going to allow anyone to come in and mess things up. Hopefully. Guys, let me know what you think about this in a comment. Again, if you want to send in your story, give advice, receive advice, send it to truestorynation@gmail.com. I'll put it here on the screen. That's truestorynation@gmail.com. I, a 27-year-old female, was caught cheating on my boyfriend, who's 30, with a classmate who's 22. Now the classmate is avoiding me. You worried about the classmate? She's more worried about the classmate. Interesting. Let's see here. Okay, so to make a long story short, my boyfriend and I had incompatibility issues that he refused to acknowledge for many months, which led to me venting to my cousins. And half a tequila bottle in, I end up at a bar with a classmate whom I had just exchanged numbers with that day. So before we can go further, we're not going to try to blame it on the alcohol. Before you drank the tequila, you gave him your number. Okay, just so we can get that out the way. Well, I drank a little bit more at the car, and one thing led to another, and we ended up in the back seat of my car. Well, needless to say, that guy ran off, and my boyfriend and I had a whirlwind of issues to deal with. Thankfully, my boyfriend and I worked through our issues and resolved the issues at hand. And we are much healthier and happier now, but the only unresolved issue is this guy. What? Wow. 12 hours later, I'm still drunk and exhausted from not sleeping a wink. I decide to text him. Silly me. I thought it would be a good idea to tell him we broke up and it was my way of getting out since I tried to break up with him the weekend before. He told me he doesn't read into sex and he had no problem being the other man, as long as he didn't know him personally. And I just jokingly said, well, I guess both of our morals are a little skewed. The whole conversation via text was a little weird because, well, how can it not be? He was one of the smartest guys in class. So originally, I was asking him to help me study in the class. That's not going to happen now, haha. So at the end of the conversation, I still tried to smooth things over by saying, let's study on Monday. Never heard back from him, so I let things lie. Until just a few days before a big midterm, and I texted him asking what chapters the test was on. In fact, I texted the one other classmate I had the same question at the same time as well. He didn't respond for 2 days, and when he did, he was asking me when the test even was. I never responded to that because I just found it to be a little ridiculous to respond so late. Well, that was a week ago. The day of class comes, and he sees me prior to class, and then decides to skip the class. Spring break rolls around. One would think things would die down, but no. He avoided 4 classes. He's avoided 4 classes in total now. And I can't help to think it's because of me, since he's never missed one before. This guy is also a part of a club I'm joining next semester to further benefit my major. We have the same major, therefore we will be taking the same classes, so I can't avoid him, and vice versa. I don't honestly know what to say to him to help move on and make sure things aren't awkward in the future. I would especially want him to keep this between him and I, since he happens to be one of those alpha males, a part of this club and quite the social butterfly. What is there that I can do to smooth things over? I planned on talking to him and telling him that I want to move forward and that I work things out with my boyfriend. But at this point, running this much from me shows me he's afraid. And I don't know what he's afraid of. And I don't even know how to make him feel less awkward. Wow. What the heck? What kind of situation is this? She's more worried about losing this friend. Wow. Let's look at the comments. Let's jump to the comments. First comment. You sound like a whore. You are more worried about this guy you effed than your boyfriend who is dumb enough to stay with you. I agree. I can't believe you just took her back like that. I wish you would have went more into, the conversation and everything. She just said they had a whirlwind, big arguments, and he forgave her and things are better than ever. What? And then I bet you he has no idea she's trying to hunt down the guy that she smashed to remain friends with him. Oh, man. Someone said, what the F? You lied to him about being single while you cheated on your boyfriend with him, and now he won't talk to you. Gee, I wonder why. Someone said, how is she a whore? They were having sexual incompatibility issues and someone else stepped in. I don't find this whore behavior. Really? Why was it so hard for her to just break up with the guy? I don't get it. I don't get it. I think it's quite ridiculous. Like I almost feel bad for this boyfriend, but at the same time, it's like, why would you even take her back anyway, guys? This is just proof. Like, don't take someone back if they cheat. They're just going to do it again and again and again. He forgave her. He rewarded her bad behavior. And look what she's doing. Trying to hunt down that guy she had sex with. Because she likes him. Because she wants to continue doing what she did that one night. And she was trying to blame it on the alcohol, the tequila. But she had already gave him her number before the tequila. It was already planned.